So this is my mummy, Elaine. You might have seen her before. So it's actually quite prominent that I'm doing her makeup today because mum's had a bit of a tumble. So she's down an arm as it was, and you're having to do things left-handed, aren't you?
Yes, which isn't very easy.
Yeah. How have you sort of been finding the left-handed makeup?
Very difficult. And some products are more difficult to use than others as well.
It was quite interesting actually. You sent me a video, didn't you, talking about like accessible products and what was easy to use and what wasn't. Just makes you think about what people who this is a struggle with every day, and it's just a part of their life. So it's very interesting, isn't it, like to look at it in a different way.
I've just read a book recently called Small Pleasures. Yeah, when you can't use your arm, you sort of appreciate, as ridiculous as it is, you know, what small pleasures it is to be able to do things easily yourself. And I don't like having to rely on everyone else to help me.
Yeah, you're a very independent woman. You're very hard. Even like when I took her to A&E, I'm like, let me hold your stuff. And she's like, no, it's fine. And I'm like, no, let me hold your stuff. That
feels very nice.
Yeah, that's the Tonique Comfort. Smells lovely,
Smells nice
doesn't it?
as well.
Yeah. So this is going to hydrate the skin. So I almost use it like an essence, but it is a toner.
Oh, okay.
And it's just going to hydrate and soothe, and then it helps everything else to sort of soak in and really lock that moisture in. So it's just a nice little like pamper moment. It's quite like sensorial. And then we're gonna, of course, use some genefique.
Oh, I like that.
Been probably a Lancome fan for the longest, haven't you? What's like your favourite Lancome product?
The genefique.
What do you love about it?
Easy to use. I like the applicator for it. And the feel of it on my skin. It just feels really nice. I like the eye one with the ball
light
as
pearl.
well. The light pearl, yeah.
That's
like
one of my favourites.
Yeah.
I always say nothing else wakes me up in the morning apart from light pearl and a cup of coffee.
And that's
and
been
sit there like,
and that's been really easy to do left-handed as well, and feels really nice.
We love that.
One thing I've struggled with the moisturiser, you know, that inner white cap.
Yeah.
Oh, so difficult to
see,
get it off.
I throw them away.
Do you? I don't know why they're there.
Only because they bug me, but it's to make it like airtight. So I think you are supposed to leave them on, but I'm one of them people, I'm like, nah, that's too much effort.
Not easy to get off 100.
Yeah, so I'm like, goodbye, you're leaving. So I'm going to use the Pure Shots Eye Reboot on Nude Stone Mum. Mixing it up, I know, you're like, where's the light pearl? So this one, it's got caffeine in there, and it's just a really lovely, like, sort of lightweight texture. It will awaken the eyes as well as hydrate. It's got our Midnight Cactus flower in there.
So it smells nice as well. Can you use that at night as well?
Yeah, I use it for both. I do like it in the day because it's so light. So it depends on if you feel like you want more moisture at night or not. People might prefer like a richer texture for night whilst the skin's sort of repairing whilst we sleep.
I worry about putting too heavy a cream on sometimes, so that to make the eyes puffier.
Yeah, and sometimes it can cause like milia, like, you know, like the little tiny bump if we overload the product. So you have to be careful. So this is Confidence in a Cream. I don't know that you've used this one.
No, I haven't used this one.
So this is actually a part of the old formula, but there's an updated formula. Just Confidence in a Cream Supercharged. So this is
a moisturiser.
Yeah. So it's part of It Cosmetics. You use the CC cream from it. It's the #1 anti-aging cream in the US, actually. I love the texture of this one.
Again, this is just day cream.
Yeah, I mean, they do separate night cream. Again, I'm lazy, so I use it day and because it's like rich enough for me, but it's not too heavy. But it's really, really nice one, especially into makeup. And I thought I'd try to use some different things on you. Mix it up. This is when I always end up, I'm like, I have actually got some bits for you because you needed some stuff. So I'm like, you can keep this, you can keep this. I don't actually know what look I want to do today. What are we feeling? Anything in particular?
Sorry, I'm not very helpful, am I?
Well, no, you're just here to be the model. Yeah. Really, I should be.
I've tried different ways of doing eye makeup with pencils, with a cream eyeshadow pencil stick thing, and also powder. And I found that, not surprisingly, that the more expensive products are easier to use left-handed because the quality of it
go on a bit smoother. Use a little bit of YSL Blur Primer.
Ooh.
This
nice.
always gets the ooh because it's got the sparkle in it.
Nice.
Yeah,
oh.
That's actually 14 karat gold.
Is it? Oh
yeah.
Wow! Oh, I feel very
I always get a bit and I'm like, it's got 20.
Lovely. Look at it in the light.
Oh, it does look gorgeous,
lovely,
doesn't it? So it like smooths over and creates a base for your makeup. It adds like a gorgeous radiance. It hydrates the skin. It's one of these products that I'm like, you have to feel it and use it, and you don't see the glitter on your face. Often people are like, oh no, I don't want the sparkle, and I'm like, promise you, looks lovely. Feel nice? Feels
nice. Tell you, I was a proper old lady as well the other day. I went to the hairdressers to have my hair washed.
That's a good idea. I'll wash your hair for you. Although we don't have
I thought it was easier to do it in the hairdresser because it just
that's how you know you're struggling, because Mum actually she hates being touched in general, to be fair, so the fact she's let me do her makeup is quite funny. Like, she doesn't like her hair being touched, so like if you're sat in the hairdressers, she's like, just get it over with, whereas I'm there like, oh, do more. Like, it's my favourite thing. Like, have you seen the videos of the Chinese head spas?
No.
Oh my god, I want it done so bad.
Oh
it
no.
Looks delicious. They like proper massage you and Is the It Cosmetics CC Nude Glow. So you've got the illuminating one.
Yes.
So this is almost what's replaced it.
Oh, okay.
Well, not almost, it is. Personally, for the good, this is absolutely stunning. It's now got an invisible SPF.
See, that's lovely, but I couldn't use that one-handed.
You've not been able to pump it, have you? No. Interesting, isn't it? Like these little things.
The things that you wouldn't think would be
this
problem.
Might be not your shade because it's for me and you're a bit more tan than me. Work, okay? We're going to use this to highlight in the centre of the face. To be fair, I have actually been doing this sort of technique anyway. Use like a warmer one, just sort of shape the face. Like niacinamide, green tea extract, so it actually treats the skin whilst you wear it. It gives a gorgeous glow and it's a little bit lighter weight than your original formula, but it's still super easy to use, and then it's got an SPF 40.
I never know how much to put on.
Well, it's personal preference. I always start light and then build up, and often when I'm doing people's makeup, they're like, if they can't see what I'm doing, they're like, oh my god, I thought you were putting loads on. But it's just loads of like light layers. The Urban Decay Hydromaniac foundation, so this is in number 50, so it's quite like a nice warm tone. Take this around sort of the perimeter of the face where the sun would naturally hit.
Oh, okay.
Just does the most gorgeous like soft bronze. It's really natural. It doesn't add like layer too much product, because you actually don't like foundation, do you?
No.
So Mum's never worn foundation. She also hates lipstick, so she's gonna hate the end of this.
I think it's because my mum used to wear makeup, and it was at the time where everybody had the powder as well. You always saw it around, you know, people's clothes around the necks, and I didn't like that. I don't like seeing lipstick on cups. Just my thing.
Oh, honestly, if I've got red lip on, it's on my water bottle, it's on my coat. It's just the freedom of not having makeup on, I think, isn't it? Where it just feels a bit nicer. That's why these are so lovely, because they're skincare infused. It looks like makeup, but it acts like skincare, so it just feels and looks super lightweight on the skin, which I feel like is so nice that we can bring the two together. Like, the technology is just there now, isn't it? Is a cream lip and cheek tint from YSL. Looks terrifying.
It looks very red.
Yeah, this is my favourite thing to put on to customers. Yeah. Because they're always like, no, don't put that on me, and I'm like, trust me.
I do trust you.
Like, sort of see their reaction. Like, this is why I like to put stuff on people that they wouldn't normally use.
I just look
scary, and then you're going to watch and it's not going to be scary. I like blush, but I wouldn't do anything to you that you're not going to like. I want to hold my title as favourite child, so see how soft and natural that is. What you thought it was going to
not
look
at
like.
all. It's really surprising.
And it just so nice and natural, and you can use them on the lips as well. They've got like shea butter in there, so nice and moisturising. But to have these in like my handbag, because it's good for like a little touch up. This is the YSL Nude Dewy Mist. It's like a hydrating mist, so it's got pomegranate and hyaluronic acid in there. So again, it's like skincare infused. Close your eyes for me, and it's just gonna sort of like melt everything together. Just a little extra touch, because we're pampering you today. That's good.
Feels very nice.
Good. That's the aim of the game. A little bit of the Urban Decay Stay Naked powder. I'm using shade 20WY for me. I actually use a little brush because you can be much more precise.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
That's the type of thing you used to tell us off for.
Yeah, I know. Really irritating.
You'd be like, go get your brother for dinner, and now I'd stand up and say, Reese! And you'd be like, well, I could have done that. So, since we're on Mother's Day, what have you got a most memorable Mother's Day or memorable present? Because you've got 4 children, so.
Yeah, I think it was always when you were all at infant school that you'd all come out with a card that you'd made. Still got them all.
Mum's a hoarder.
It's just lovely being a mum, so probably the first Mother's Day when you think, not that I can, it's that long ago that I can't remember what we did or anything, but yeah, it's just the first time seeing Mother's Day and you think, oh, I can actually take part in this rather than just thinking about my mum. And then I guess other memorable for the wrong reasons is the first one when my mum wasn't here.
How do you find like Mother's Day from that perspective? Because obviously you can't escape it as much as you can celebrate it. It's always going to be that reminder, which is not a bad thing. Yeah. Because you want to remember Nana. But like, how does it make you feel like when you go out in the shops?
When I see all the cards for Mother's Day, it does make me feel a bit sad because my mum's not here. But then I try and remember the good times.
Favourite part of being a mum?
Oh gosh, I don't know. It just, I've been a mum for so long and being so proud of you. All 4 of you are so different, and that's lovely. Proud of you all in, for the different things that you've achieved in your lives. Right from the first time that you do everything, walking, going to school, so many memories.
What am I looking for? What should we do on your eyes?
Because it's funny how makeup's come on since my mum had makeup. I always remember her mascara was a block. She had it with a tiny toothbrush type thing.
Well, you've still got one of Nana's powder compacts, haven't you?
I've got a few of them, yeah. When I open them up, the smell reminds me of Nana.
Do some nice warm tones on Mum. You like a good warm
tone,
don't
yeah.
You? Eyes makes them pop.
And a handbag used to smell of her powder and tree ball mints she used to always have in there. So whenever she pulled anything out of her handbag, it always smelled a combination of that. And always, because Mother's Day is on a Sunday, it always reminds me of when I was little and Sunday dinners. I used to grow all the vegetables in the garden, so that was very nice having, eating fresh produce. Yeah. But my mum used to have the radio on, and I always remember she used to like the music like the twist, and she used to be stirring the gravy and doing the twist up and down while she was stirring the gravy.
You do that little Mum does this while she cooks.
Like Ainsley Harriet, he's very like that when he cooks, isn't he?
Am I emulating my mum or Ainsley Harriet?
Yeah. And wonder what Nana would have thought of Reese as well, because she never met him.
Obviously, she got to meet the inside. It's wonderful. My brother's very he's so quiet, just silently taking everything in, and just all of a sudden is you're like, oh hello, he's arrived, and then he won't shut up.
I think that's from having 3 older sisters.
Oh yeah, you don't get words in edgeways, does he? No. Well, we all do talk over each other because we're so used to there being so many people. Yeah. So often I have to stop myself because, doing it with other people, because I'm like, oh no, they're not that, this is rude, but to us it's not. Like we'll be holding 4 different conversations. We're
all at the same time,
and we all laugh the same and talk the same. It's so funny. You're also a nanny, aren't you? Yeah. I say now. Yeah. That's been quite a while as well. Mum's got 6 grandchildren so far. God forbid if me and my brother ever have children. I don't know where you'll put out all of them. And how does it differ? What's the biggest difference for you from being a nanny and being a mum? Less
stressful. I know that I used to worry about everything, sort of checking on you when you were asleep. And it's lovely seeing them being mini of your daughters, if you know what I mean. Some of the things that they pick up.
Shan and Holly are so they just say things and I'm like, that's so mum. That's what mum used to say to us. Do you get to have the moment where you're like, ha, Now you understand.
Yes.
I'm going to go to a pencil shop.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Oh, okay. Things in the box that it came in. Very tidy, isn't it?
Oh, my palettes are in the box that they came in. I find myself, since you all are no longer living here, I can't stand the house being quiet. So I'll often put the television on, not because I'm watching it, but I have to have noise. Because having 4 of you, the house was always noisy. And it's lovely hearing, you know, just hearing the sound of just life, really, home life.
I'm using on the Urban Decay 24/7 pencils. I'm using it in mildew. It's soft, like earthy green. It just gives a really nice, it's like colour without being too obvious, if that makes sense.
Be easy to do one-handed.
These are really nice and creamy, so they just glide on. You don't have to really be neat with them. So I've literally just done it, so it's just on the outer corners almost. You can always do it the way you taught me to do eyeliner. Me to do eyeliner, she goes, you go like this, and then draw the line underneath, and then you just get a comfort, and you let the comfort do the work. This is what I tell to people. I'm like, you don't have to overcomplicate it.
Work on older skin, when you've got wrinkles, it goes in the creases. So.
Got amazing skin. It's very good advertisement. Like, yes, Lancome. So we've got Lancome Hypnose. This one I've actually gone back to using myself. I've used Drama for ages. I genuinely said, I was like, I forgot how magical it is to put on. Oh my God, like, I know it's good, but when you've not used it on yourself and so on, it's like, this is just like, what do they put in this formula? Do you know what I mean? Life changing. You've been quite liking the Idol, haven't you?
Yeah, I do like that one. I like the brush on it. And it with my left hand, it's been a really good brush for that. The shape of it just been helpful.
It sort of does the work for you, doesn't it?
Yeah. Small enough that I can still do the inner corner as well.
Nice. How does it feel to be the mother of me? Hi, your daughter's the beautybyceri. It me up because I get random people coming to me. They're like, oh, you do makeup. I know your mum. Tissue cloth.
Oh, I like that.
Very good, isn't it? I'm gonna add a little bit more brightness.
Tiny bit like that.
Yeah,
then.
you don't need much.
Oh, I didn't think of using it elsewhere. Anywhere
Oh, you
else.
can literally. So I'm not gonna actually do it.
Yeah.
You do it brow bone.
Yeah.
And do it along here to lift.
Yeah.
Down the centre of the nose, in a corner. Around the lips, if you were doing like lipstick, which obviously if you use, not really relevant. Some people do it in like the smile lines or anything like that. And bring forward. You can put it there. Finished it.
Yeah.
Keep it. You can use it as like a lip. Again, you can use it as a lip brush.
Oh, okay.
For you, not really relevant, is it?
No. Don't need a brush for my lips, though.
My tips are wasted. The Cupid's bow is quite nice. It just adds a bit of highlight.
I should have a play with that.
Have you not been watching my videos, Mum?
I have. You will laugh because sometimes I have them and I keep replaying it and I try and recreate some of your looks.
My only fans is my family. I'm going to do the bit you hate now. I'm going to put my lip on. So now you can't talk. You're very good, you just sit. It always makes me laugh that people, like, their instinct is to do like, okay, you can relax. It's just one of them things, it feels a bit like unnatural.
Like the way you do lipstick, it's just I just can't, whenever I do it, it just looks awful, looks like a child's done it.
There's nothing that I do that you don't like.
Obviously, yeah.
Practically perfect
in every way.
That's what Nana always used to say.
Yes, yeah.
We're going to excuse the super old packaging. Still a relevant colour though. 6 in Lancome Absolute Rouge. Don't look at it. It looks hot. Look at the colour.
Yeah,
it just...
that's the sort of colour Nana used to wear.
It's the shape of that.
Looks like a hand.
Do you know, the most interesting thing, have you seen, there's like an artwork thing and it's like photos of different people's lipsticks.
Oh, is it?
Obviously everyone's going to these different shapes.
Yeah.
Of obviously the way you use it, the like shape of your lip, like it's so interesting. I can't say that I've got any others that look like that, but it's different packaging, so I'll probably never throw it away. But this is the Julia Roberts lip. Enough for Julia, it's good enough for you. Super popular with like bridals, it's very much a classic colour. Like there's this pink colour that I really wanted, and I'm like, is it 06? And they're like, how did you know? Everyone wants an 06. Lovely.
Feels nice on, feels moisturising like my lips are.
Yeah. Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. So you do like a T and an X. Covers the face nicely.
Oh,
Spray of happiness. Yeah. Tense month actually. You've had this one?
Yeah.
Is a Nivea Bell that you haven't had?
No. Thank you.
I want to have, you'll like the new bottle actually, because it's got like ripples in it, because it's supposed to be the ripples of happiness. Like that accessible thing we were talking about, because we've spoke about that, we watched a video, didn't we, where
the blind girl with her perfume.
Yeah, talking about how like the different bottles, she could tell like what was what, or how she liked something, because it was quite distinctive, and I was like, that's a really nice bottle to sort of know what it is.
Thank you very much. I am. It takes me ages.
How have you been doing your hair? Like straightening it, just left-handed?
Yeah.
You've done a really good job.
Yeah.
Do you want to turn your face and show your lovely makeup?